What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you guys a couple things. The first thing I'm going to show you is the fastest way to level up your National Hispanic Heritage Month players. And the second thing I'm going to show you is how to get Ted Hendricks up to a 90 overall. Some of you guys may know how to do it. Some of you guys may not. Some of you guys may not even be tripping. But I'm going to show you guys anyway. And yes, he's going to be able to keep his chemistry and everything else. So just stay tuned with me. I'm going to show you guys that. Also, one thing I do want to mention is the fact that I got all my players up to an 88 overall already. I didn't want to make a video. I could have made a video. I mean, it's okay for people to make a video beforehand, because sometimes, you know, they haven't leveled up their players up to an 88. So I'm not even mad about that. That's like, because some people may need that enlightenment, because these people who are making these videos already have a plan, like, hey, I'm gonna go about doing it this way and I'm gonna be able to level up that fast without a problem. So that's cool. But what I like to do is I want to make sure, at least majority of times, I want to at least have my players all the way up to an 88, so you guys can see without a doubt that I actually did it, right? I have them all the way up. And just to let you guys know, I got them done yesterday. I got them done yesterday in a couple hours. I just waited today in order to make this video to have everything intact for you guys, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a faster way to level up your players. Another thing, shout out to Pix. I really don't know how to pronounce your name. You got a lot of different little things in your name, but I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. Shout out to Pix for being part of the Noti gang. If you guys want to be part of the Noti gang, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment Noti, and I'll make sure that I pick one of you guys next time to shout out in my next video. So anyways, you want to go to his Hispanic Heritage list, where it has all the objectives and how to actually complete these objectives, right? So you see right here, I already completed them all, right? So you want to, we'll say, I'm not going to click on Ted Hendricks because they give you Ted Hendricks before the game even, I mean, right when you open up the game, and that's the first player they give you. So let me go ahead and go to Zane Gonzalez, right? So it's going to show you right here. Earn 83 overall B&D Zane Gonzalez by completing his challenges. It says get 25 wins, get 20 field goals, get 100 team points with a Zane Gonzalez into your lineup, right? So this is the first thing you're going to want to do. The Ted Hendricks that they give you, put them in your lineup. You don't have to put them as your starter, put them as your backup. So all these players right here has 83 overalls, put them as your backup unless you need them to start for you because you're just barely starting out your team. But otherwise, put them as your backup because that's all you need to do. They don't need to start in order for them to start counting towards their wins and also those other stats, right? So the first thing you want to do, once again, is put Ted Hendricks in your lineup. And then after that, you can see those objectives, see what you got to do. But keep in mind, though, right, because some people may know this, some people may not, is that as you're, where's the solos at? It's over here. So as you're grinding out these solos, let us say, for instance, we're going to be grinding for, the first one we're going to do is Zane Gonzalez, because that's the first one I did. And it's going to be the easiest one, right, just to get it started. Okay, so as you're playing these solos, just so you know, Zane Gonzalez is in your lineup as you're playing them because you're using them in this solo. Like, that's what EA is going to give you to use in order to complete these kicking challenges, right? Because some people have a good kicker, some people don't. So he's going to be in your lineup off the top. And because he's in your lineup, even though you don't necessarily have him yet, they're going to count his stats already. They're not going to count the other players you don't got, but because he's in this solo, actually in this solo in the game, it's going to count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see when you're done and that you're going to have 6 wins with him in your lineup already. You're going to be like, wow, how was I able to get 6 wins with him in my lineup already? It's because when you're playing these solos, whatever objectives you complete, it's actually going to go towards his objectives. So 6 field goals that you accomplish, it's going to go towards the 6 out of 20 field goals that you need already, even though he's technically not in your lineup, but he's in the solo, all right? But after you're done with the solo, keep in mind, you have to add them to your lineup in order for the objectives to count. So if they're counting when you're doing these solos, that's why, because he's actually in the solo. So it's the first time that I've seen EA did it, but they're counting him towards the objectives to get him up to an 88. So once again, once the solos are done, put them into your kicker lineup, put them into the lineup, and start completing these solos because it won't count no more. So I do want to verify that, right? So let me go ahead and sum it up for you guys. The fastest way to complete them, once again, put Ted Hendricks in your lineup because they're already giving them to you. Get Zane. So I would go with Zane Gonzalez because it's a faster one to get done. But you could go with either one of them, right? It's gonna be up to you. But I would get Zane Gonzalez first because, like I said, it's the easiest. It's only the kicking one, and then from there, what I would do not do the Ted Hendricks because you already got him. All right, you already got him. The only reason you're doing these solos is because you want to make sure you get your 83 players so you can start leveling up. So don't go worry about the Ted Hendricks yet. Don't worry about the history of the NFL Hispanic Heritage players. Start getting your players. So you got Ted Hendricks in your lineup, do Zane Gonzalez, and then after that, do whatever else you want. Just don't do the Ted Hendricks yet. I will go Jim Plunkett, go Kiko Alonso, go Jonathan Casillas. After you get these, then go to do the 10 Hendricks, because now you're just playing to win and just start completing objectives that you're playing, and then go to the history of the Hispanic month or these other ones. But the main thing first is you want to do the challenges that you're going to get your players, because you're going to do these solos anyway. So you want to make sure when you do these solos, the objectives start counting towards your particular player. But once again, each time you get your player, put them into your lineup, put them as a backup if you don't need them as your starter. As long as they're in your lineup, they'll start counting, right? So people are going like, okay, well, that's the fact. Yeah, because is that the fastest way? Yes. Don't start worrying about, like I said, just start grinding out the solos. Don't start worrying about, oh, I need this sack, I need that. Just start sacking, just start basically playing the solos out and doing everything you can to play the game and just win, right? Once you're done with all these solos, what you're going to want to do is then go to your objectives and see what you got left in order to complete. Because if you sit here and start counting everything, it's going to take forever. You don't want to do that. That's going to take longer than it is to complete these objectives. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how I did it, right? And as I did it, I'm going to be honest with you. I already had all the interceptions for, I think it was a Kiko Alonso that you need the interceptions for. I forgot which one it was. I already had the interceptions because in the solos I was getting interceptions. It was very easy. Like I run my not my mid blitz. I run a pinch block in order to blitz, and then I get a lot of sacks. And then the sacks will sometimes will lead to the interception because this guy I'm coming from, bam, he'll throw it right away. I'll get an interception. I just always pinch my defense and I press them up because it makes it easier to get interceptions for me. But that's what I'm going to tell you guys. Make sure you come over here to the solos. Don't do the Ted Hendricks first because you already got him. Just make sure he's in your lineup and then start getting your players. You could do whatever you want first. Just make sure you get your players. After you get your players, start doing the solos. And then as you're doing the solos, you're going to complete objectives. And then when you're done, go to your objective list for them. See what you got left. Now, to the question a lot of people are going to want to ask. Okay, once I'm done, what's the fastest way to do it? What solo should I do in order to get them? I got a good one for you guys, right? You can do whatever you want. Like I said, whatever solo works for you. But this is what I did. I went to team captains. And then what I did was I went into getting to know your team captain. Right here, you're going to be able to get all your objectives done with this solo if you want to do it. Watch, all the way down. You got a good point. You see right here? It says score 9 points. And you could score a field goal for an extra bonus. So this is what I did, right? To get the passing yards, to get the sack, to get the field goals, interceptions, everything, anything. Oh, I already got the interceptions from the solos, right? But let's say you still do need interceptions. I was still getting interceptions in these solos, even though I didn't need them no more. Tons of interceptions. It was so easy. And then I put the star on 1. You don't want to put the star on more. You want to put on very easy to get all the sacks. And it's going to be so easy getting this done right. But you're going to need passing yards, sacks, fumbles, everything else. And what I did was I threw the ball, got a touchdown. So that was already like 80 yards. So I was already 80 yards for my QB for the stats that I needed. And then I'm playing on defense. And on defense, I'm getting team tackles. I'm getting interceptions. I'm getting fumbles. I'm getting sacks. And then when I went back down the field, right, let's just say, for instance, if I got a fumble, I'll kick a field goal right away because the field goal is going to end the game, right, because you're going to already have 9 points. I'll kick a field goal, so that's going to go towards the Zane Gonzalez. So once I do that, the solo's over with, and then I repeat it. I repeat the solo, and I do it again. Score 1 play touchdown, get on defense, get my sacks, get my tackles, get my fumbles, get all this little stuff. If I go to 4th down and they kick off, I try to go all the way down to the 5-yard line. Then I just launch it all the way into like the 5-yard line on the other side, and then I stop it, and then I go into the kicker, and then I kick a field goal. I'm going to the kicker. I go into like a field goal, and then I kick a field goal, and then I start stacking up my stats like that. Very easy like that. You do whatever you want, but I did that about 20 times, and I had all the objectives complete. Very simple. Watching YouTube as I was grinding, it made it very easy for me, right? I'm telling you guys once again, that solo right there is going to get you all your stats. Once you're done with all those other challenges, maybe you may not even need to do no more. Most likely you're going to still need some wins and a few other things, and if you do, I would do that one. It's the easiest way because, like I said, you're going to play offense and defense, and you're going to be able to get all your stats, and you just repeat it and keep on going on. Very easy. Like I said, I was able to complete it within a couple hours. It was very simple, and probably even sooner than that. It wasn't even that long. It was very easy. Now to the next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get Ted Hendricks up to a 90 overall. Like I said, some of you guys know, some of you guys may not, but you see him right here though. This ain't no glitch. This ain't nothing. What happens is some players, when they're at certain positions, they're a higher overall at that position. I think Nhhm, if I put him as a right outside linebacker or a left outside linebacker, he's a 90 overall too. Watch, let's go ahead and check. I think it is, yeah, see, you see Nhhm, and he also gets the right outside linebacker Nhhm. So if I wanted to put him as right outside linebacker, he's going to be a 90 overall too. So I just want to let you guys know that. The crazy thing about Ted Hendricks is he's only an 88 overall. So he went up 2 overalls as the right outside linebacker. As a left outside linebacker, I think he only went up to an 89, right? And this is without blue chems. He can still get blue chems. Yeah, Ted Hendricks is only at 88 as a left outside linebacker. So he's not even, oh yeah, but that's what he is. He's a left outside linebacker. I think it was a middle linebacker. Let's go ahead and check that just to show you guys, right? No, he's still an 88. It just was that other Alonzo guy. He went up to an 89 as a left outside linebacker. But anyways, you see I got Ted Hendricks as a left outside linebacker. He didn't lose his Raider chems or anything like that for those who are running a Raider theme team. And the reason why is because he gets right outside linebacker and middle linebacker secondary position. All right, so I activate the right outside linebacker. I really don't need the Raider. I mean, I don't need the Raider chem, so it don't matter. But I did it anyway just because, you know, the look of it. And all his stats, everything's there. He's looking goonish. That's all you got to do is get your Ted Hendricks, put him as left outside linebacker. He's a 90 overall off the top. If you want to keep your chems, activate the secondary chem, the right outside linebacker chem, and then you're good to go. He's a 90 overall. I got him as that. He actually boosted up my team to an 89 because I did have an 89 before. Like I said, I really don't care. It is what it is, but he boosted it back up because my defense dropped to an 88. But now with him, because he's a 90 overall, he boosted it back up to an 89 overall, right? So there it is there. That's the fastest way to level up your players. And that's how you get Ted Hendricks up to a 90 overall. Hope that really helped you guys. And if it did, please drop a like on the video. Until next time, man, you guys all have a nice day. I'm out.